You got it. Oh yeah, there you go.
All right.
We're
Technical
good.
difficulties with Zoom. Let me tell you. You know what? I've waited a long time. This is Dr. Brie from the Goddess of Emergence to talk with Mary Beckman. I am so excited about this. We've been friends and know each other for a while. And it takes time, sometime in the universe, that we go ahead and say, okay, now we can finally do this. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks everybody for waiting. Sometimes it takes a minute. There's so many people on both Facebook and Zoom right now. So it takes a little bit to hook up. All the planets have to be in alignment.
That's why you have that great picture behind you, right?
Exactly. It helps me.
I'm going to grab Buddha and my goddess over here and hold them next to me from now on. Okay, Mary, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I live in Tacoma, not very far from Dr. Brie. And I moved here about 3 years ago, I guess. I lived in Seattle for about 30 years. Prior to that, lived in Renton. And so I, grew up around here, but I really, really, really love Tacoma and all the people that I've met here in the South End and feel comfortable here. And I'm a psychic medium. I'm a channel. I'm a healer of a couple different modalities, plus my own Reiki master. I call myself a master galactic healer because that is the speed and the access that I have. I'm an author, co-author, and writing a book that God only knows when it's going to be out.
I know that feeling.
And so this is a special time. And so I've been talking to lots of people on podcasts. So that's kind of how it's going to be for a while. My guides tell me, don't worry about it. Just, help some people, have some naps, eat good food.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Just hold people in your hands right now because folks are hurting.
I have a question for you. During the stay-at-home time, right? Have you found the blessings in this?
Absolutely. There's a lot of peace in this, and at the same time, there is sorrow because I know that within my community, there's been people passing. I know some folks that have COVID-19. I have clients and then one step out people that have passed. And so we have to be ever so loving to folks that have lost this at this time. People who have lost their jobs and their income, their livelihood, and they're sitting at home wondering what the heck's going on. Spiritual folk such as us are going through our own stuff right now. I'm feeling pretty peaceful though, because I think my losses and my hardships happened 3, 2, and 1 year prior to now. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think any of us in the spiritual community, metaphysical community knew that this is how things were going to go down. I don't know if anybody saw the virus, but we all saw something. We knew something was going to happen. And my guides kept saying, clear everything, let everything hit the deck in 2019. Back in 2018, I got sick that year. I think it was 4 times with the flu. And they said, you'll never be that sick again. And I thought, okay, well, that means purge. I'm purging. So I purged for that season, of being ill. Then last year, of course, was my stomach issues all year long. And then this year, it really is holding space and learning about myself. So we're all just doing our very best to learn about ourselves right now. I guess that's all I could say.
That's so true. I know that I did a video earlier today, and I talked about the things I've been learning. And I was going, I've done every diet out there, right? You know me. And I'm going, oh, it's been a thought pattern the whole time. If I have this, eat this, I'm going to gain 10 pounds. Or I'm going to drink this, I'll gain 5 pounds, right? And so I'm working on that thought pattern right now. And so there are some blessings in it, even though I feel very sorry for people that are getting sick with the COVID-19 virus and stuff. And I hold them space for them and love for them very much so. But the one thing is, my husband hasn't been around me 24/7. And it has been a journey. And it's been a good journey, though, because we've been able to learn to work together and recondition our marriage. So we've been together 19 years, married, right? And he's always gone, but now he's home from, laid off of work, right? And so we're doing things together like painting the house, getting different things inside the house done, and taking the stuff that we don't want no more. We're putting it in bags and getting ready so when Goodwill opens up, we can just head over there, right? You know, but I think about why did this happen? I think about, okay, if we can't go anywhere, that's less pollution in the air in our cars. So I try to think of the good things about it. But I want to be here for supporting people and letting them know that they're loved and they're supported for the people that aren't here right now, for what they're going through. You know what I mean?
I do. And I think lots of folks that I've been talking to are kind of getting that urge to clear out their house and purge out their office and tidy up. And, that's a type of I think it's people are trying to figure out, how can I feel better being at home? Because since we are at home, we're sitting with ourselves, we're being quiet, hopefully. So the clue is for those folks that can't do that or having a big challenge doing that, that just means it's more important than ever to do what you need to do to clear things out so that you can sit with yourself, because clutter really causes chaos. Clutter causes chaos. So why is that lovely lady, I don't watch TV, so I can't think of her name, is Marie. She is the person who says, pick up your item and does it give you joy? No wonder she is so important right now, because really people are understanding that the less junk they have, the less of a spender and a buyer and accumulator that you are. And the more that you clear your space, the more calm that you'll feel. And then people are having these ideas, like you were saying, of changing their diet over, changing what comes into their field through TV or social media. So I think people are beginning, hopefully, to understand, why do I feel crazy in my mind? It's because all of this stuff. Because truly, the body wants to heal.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be at peace. So basically, it's carve away anything that is not peace. It's like, I can't remember who it was. Was it, I want to say maybe Michelangelo, saying, how did I find David? He was under the clay. I just carved away everything that wasn't David. I think it was him. Sorry, kids, I can't remember.
You're real close, and I can't remember exactly, but yes, you're very close to it.
Might have been him. We love him no matter what. We love David. So I guess that's what I'm understanding now, is that if we can hold space for folks, and what does hold space mean? Really, it just means that we're going to be there for them and say, have you thought of this? Could you do that? What about that? The guides are saying this. Your higher self is saying this. We're just flashlights, basically. That's all we are, as healers and seers.
Right. So what are your guides giving you to help other people? The information they may be giving you?
Well, what I believe that my main job right now is a person that brings folks together. And that's why I like to do interviews. I loved being on the radio, and that lasted for a while. And now I'm doing these podcast things, and I love to bring folks together. I love that kind of thing. I love to talk to people from all over the country and the world. And, but they're telling me that I just need to give people options right now. Mm-hmm. So I have folks that call me. I have appointments that I do with people, but I also do these things where we can get together over the internet. Mm-hmm. So what they're telling me now is just to be a healer. I mean, once I moved to Tacoma, I understood my main job was to be a teacher and a healer. And when my guidance stepped in during that time, they taught me how to do that. And now, of course, it's through higher self to source. But I'll never stop talking to my guides. They're too interesting.
No kidding. I'm not stopping mine. I want to bring this up. I grew up in Washington, and then I left for 30 years and came home. And I found out that a lot of healers that have lived in other areas come into Tacoma and the Puget Sound area to re-heal and revamp ourselves and rejuvenate everything about us. And that was a really exciting time for me. And so I've been able to do that. And now it's like I got this whole new grand mission going on right now with what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm going to do now. But I think it's really important that people know that we support them no matter what. Now I'm seeing a lot of things that are they're doing different webinars.
Hmm.
And I'm really glad that they're doing that and reducing the rates for people to take them. I think that's really important. And then there's ones that you do for free, ones I do for free, and that people can get that, because it's such a limited income right now.
Absolutely. And, my guides told me a long time ago, because they knew that I had that little piece in my personality where I would always help folks. They told me, there needs to be an energetic exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So these days, when people call and they don't have any money because they're working or they're just down on their luck, or for some reason they just don't have any money, I will tell them, do you mind praying for these people that this is, everybody's got to have the okay. I don't do anything that's not of people's free will. But I would say, could you pray? Could you pass it along? What skill do you have that you could pass along? Then it turned out that I recognized that I had so many people on my Reiki board, because I have a William Rand Reiki board that my friend Kelly gave me, where it's set up with crystals and tuned into the World Reiki grid. And I had so many people under there, and I was praying. It was like I was praying, all this time. And I thought there's got to be a better way. And my beautiful friend Ann Mukherjee from California, and I started Hands of Light, which is a Facebook page. It's private for right now. We have about 700 people already, and it's just been a month. And all we do is, it's non-denominational. It's just spiritual folk. We do praying, we do healing on people. We also have absolutely no problem telling folks when it's time to take your dog to the vet or go to the doctor. We have no problem on that. We'll tell you, go to the psychiatrist if we have to. But what we do is
I love it.
Seriously, we bring, well, I don't know if we've done that before, but I have. I've said, you need somebody with a diploma. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know exactly how far my skills go. So what the point is that she and I started this thing about a month ago, and people really like it. It's very peaceful. Anne does prayer every night at 7-11, and you don't have to be on. You just set your timer on your phone or whatever. At 7-11, sit down and pray, and Anne is like a healing volcano. You can feel it happening. And so she prays from 7-11 to 7:22, hold space for whatever it is that day. It might be, prayers for people in the group. It might be prayers for peace. It might be prayers for whatever. What my guides tell me is they will stop me during the day and they'll say, okay, now what you got to do is explain to everybody, put that green light over Earth or peel off the whatever. They give me a little visual. Well, the visual is light and energy when we hold it, and when we do it in our mind, it makes it happen. Well, when 700 people are doing something, that's big. It's like a couple weeks ago when there was the 1 million people praying. That caused all kinds of awesome stuff to happen on the earth. And so it's a real thing. So we are so lucky to be able to have Hands of Light right now. So if anybody out there wants to take part, you just go to either Anne or me. Yeah. Oh, I invited you a long time ago. I thought you were in there. But anyway, so please, if you want to, just tell your friends, and then Facebook friend Anne Mukherjee, Mukkerjie, or me, Mary Beckman, Mari Beckman. And then we will invite you into Hands of Light, or you can go on Facebook and try to figure out all the 40 million thousand Hands of Light that are out there. We're the purple world.
Oh,
so
I love it. I love it.
It's a world. Yeah. It's Anne's, Anne set that up for us. And so you can find us that way.
Well, seeing a purple world out there, hey, the highest of color you can get, right?
Well, in my opinion, yeah, it is.
I think that's great what you're doing, because so many people need that right now. And send in prayer requests or whatever that needs to be done. I mean, oh, I'm so gonna check this out. I swear I'm on there, but I'm gonna make sure. I think it's great because people just need support right now, and understanding and love and unconditional love with no strings attached to it. So important. So let me tell you, with some clients I have, what I've been doing. So I kind of slowed down my practice a little bit because I need to take time for me and working on my marriage and everything else. Is Mary, my life very well. And so what I've done is, with the equal exchange, is ask them to help someone else. So a long time ago, when I was getting my doctorate and everything, right? And I was going through a private class, and it took 3 years to get your doctorate in method science, not just 1 year. And so I said, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can afford this last year. And Dr. T. Belshire, she's no longer on my planet, was teaching me. She goes, I'll tell you what, when you can finish this, but when you meet somebody that needs help, you help them. Talking doesn't cost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but she goes, you're going to know the right person to talk to that is going to need this help. You know, if they got expensive purses and nails and stuff on, you're going to know, no, they don't need that help, but you're going to know the ones that do. But then again, you can't always go by that either. Because you're not going to sit there and go, are those real or whatever, right? Or nails, because I have mine off right now. So I can't get to anywhere. But that's the one thing she taught me, and to help people. But there always has been an equal exchange with them, even by the love that they've given me, a hug, a thank you card, an email, or I send them out to go do some planetary work. Go put some crystals in the ground somewhere and give back to Gaia. We've taken too much from her. So that's my way of doing it.
And it is really nice to see. I can name a ton of people that are doing cool stuff online right now, or some people say, okay, it's $1 a minute now for the next couple days or whatever. I mean, people are really either taking a little less so people can afford, giving a few things for free, I do free Reiki on Zoom on Friday nights. If you look at that, that's through Cass Huff. It's called Worldwide Reiki, I think, but you just find it through me. So it's like I don't know, 30-40 minutes of free Reiki, and mine is 12th dimensional Reiki. I just named it that because I had to have a name. But I don't know, so I'm loving that. I'm loving seeing all these awesome people coming on and being able to, I listen to podcasts all the time. I find them very interesting. I don't watch TV much. And so I listen to all the people I love.
I think that's great. And you're supporting them. And that's what's so important also. There's a time that I've had to back off the computer and away from everything and just shut things down and take care of me. And now, once in a while I'll come in and do a show and then go back and be me again for a while and just work on me. And it's really important right now because at the end of the year, or September, actually in September, I'll be coming out with a lot of stuff and what I'm going to be doing. And so this time staying at home is important for writers, and you're a writer, I am, and the different things that we have to do. And so, but the ones that are not writers and they're in the spiritual world, that I think that they need to know that people like you and Marty, Melville, and other people supporting them, and Jody and Linda Joel, I could name off all a bunch of us around here, right? That everybody's here to support each other, no matter what.
We sure are. And I just want to mention too, is that this period of time right now, we are understanding what's not really working about our personality. Did we really describe ourselves as what, did we know ourselves that it was the real me, that I was a person who worked in an office? Was the real me a person who was busy all the time? Was a real me a person who was, buying and accumulating things? I think people are understanding that's not really them, that the important thing is their friends and family and their pets and having their own time, going out and having time in the garden and nature. That's uncovering who we really are. And I am a very low consumer. Bunch of black clothes and some rocks, man. That's me. I'm not a consumer. So I didn't have to let go of that. And really my life was pretty much this. I mean, I did a lot of metaphysical stuff, but really my life kind of was like this. So I embraced it quite a bit. And I do love going outside and, as my back will allow, digging, seeding and stuff. And so I think we are discovering what we can let go of. And so the way I keep hearing, and I know this to be true for me too, is that we're having memories. We're having thoughts, we're having visions, and we're having dreams of these little pieces of ourselves that we need to bring back in. And for example, for me, I was remembering when I was about 3 years old, I would go over to my next door neighbor's house, and sometimes I would be there during their meal time. Well, they wouldn't let me come to the table. I would have to go behind a set of shelves and sit. And I felt grief for that. I remember how sad I felt. I thought, why won't they let me sit with them? I don't understand. I was only 3, you know. It was like, who wants that little kid at dinner time kind of thing. But, you know, I didn't know.
Right.
You know, you're a little kid, you don't understand. And so I remember that, and I had to bring that little self of me inside. So I found out what to do because I'm having dreams and all kinds of stuff. I dreamed the other night that I was a captain on a sailing ship. I said this the other day when I was interviewing Nancy. It's a captain on a sailing ship, and I looked behind me, and all my crew members were dead. And I was sailing into the harbor, and I just jumped off the ship like, wahoo, here I am. So we are both light and dark. We've been all kinds of terrible people. We've come here at this time on this planet right now, wouldn't be alive if it wasn't time for us to assist the planet in rising up, right? We've also been dark. So when those thoughts come back and those memories and those dreams, we have to integrate. And my integration is pretty easy. It's not going to be the same as other people. Everybody's different. There's no judgment in how we do this. For me, I just say, I see it. And then I maybe do the Ho'oponopono to everybody. I see it. I thank you. I integrate. Now, other people are heavy emotional releasers right now. I'm not that, but it doesn't mean that my way or their way is the better way. We just have to recognize that we all have a way to do what we do.
I just, you know, with me and stuff, I just allow. I just allow it to come in no matter how it affects my body. And it's very personal on how it affects my body. So, and I know the reasons why, you know, but I just allow and go through the integration, and I'm fine. You know, a lot of people were talking about the energy last week, and they're saying, oh, that was so hard. Well, you know what? It was hard for some people, and it was hard on me. I had migraines, and I didn't feel good, right, for a couple of days. But then I woke up on Sunday. I was like, oh, it's gone. I can get out of bed. I'm fine now. You know, some of us have it that way, and you're so lucky that you can have it that way.
I do feel it though. I'm the same as you though, because on Sunday I went, wahoo, look at that. It feels a little better. But it'll go into a different part of my body or whatever. That's okay. Somebody's saying hi.
No, actually, sorry guys, my husband came to the door and I can't shut it all the way. And now the dogs are coming on and want me to say hi. And my husband might be coming through the door. You never know. And that's exactly what's happening.
That's what's happening in a lot of Zooms all over the world now, is everybody's pets are just being pets and coming in and saying hi. It's true.
Get my husband here, put his face in here and say, hi.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Tom will reach in with his hairy arm to help me or something. But, you know, we're just giving everybody kudos for simply showing up in the only way we can right now, which is, you know, some of us are lower tech, which like me. But what I was saying, though, is that some of us are feeling these energies coming in mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all over the place.
Right.
And neither one is better than the other. It just is. And once we recognize what type of a feeler that we are, we can better understand. Because what was popular for me was like a little hat on my head, like a really tight hat. That happened for a while. And then, of course, pressuring in the chest and blood pressure going up, and then pain in the hips and pain in the low back. That was big like a month or two ago. And so as these changes are coming in and the Schumann resonance is going up, and we're feeling what's going on above and below.
Right. As
above, so below. And it's got to go through us.
Right.
So as it goes through us, because we are the grid point, right? We're the grid point, right? As it goes through us, we feel stuff. So we kind of just have to figure out, what kind of a feeler are we, and give ourselves a break. So if you're sitting at home crying and you don't know why, it might not be your thing, might be your collective's thing.
Right.
So I think people are getting that though a little bit more. But one thing that's happening too, as probably your listeners know, is that about 1 gabillion people are waking up right now. And they're at home waking up. So they get to watch all kinds of crazy stuff on YouTube. So they're kind of seeing everything all at once. So we're beginning to be challenged, which is an awesome challenge. That's why we're here, to help these folks that are now just beginning to wake up. And people are scared and worried. And it is kind of exciting though, isn't it?
It really is kind of exciting what's going on right now. And with people waking up and just seeing like you or I or other people, right? And watching all this stuff going, hey, what is this all about? And they might have had thoughts of this or that. Oh, I'm not crazy. Other people do, have it, whatever. But you know, Mary, thank you for coming on today with me. I really appreciate it. I know you have a nice show coming up. So you guys watch Mary Beckman on Facebook Live with her next guest, please. She's a wonderful woman. You want to say a little bit about her?
Who?
Your next show.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of something else. I am interviewing the lovely Jody Rentner Doty, who is a gosh, she's so many things. She is an author. She used to be a podcaster, actually. She's a psychic medium, an intuitive medium, and she's a minister, and she's a great healer. Oh my gosh, I love that about her. And so that will happen today at 2:30. But you know, Dr. Brie, I was going to say, should we send some energy out?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we should, because I think it's cool to talk about what's going on and how we can support each other. But let's just send some energy, because you will have people and I will have people, and we'll just blast them. You know, we just want to send out this beautiful, peaceful energy for people today. Is that cool?
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's do it. So everybody just sit with your hands and feet apart and receive the love that she and I are sending now. It's just so beautiful.
It is. You know what, Mary? What I'm feeling is
Go
you
ahead.
and I, let's around the planet, and your hand has touched mine, and on both sides.
I did see the planet. I definitely did. And I saw people from holy ones from all realms with us. I was looking around to see who was here.
There you go. Okay, they said I'm done. Okay.
That's great. So maybe one of these days when it gets closer to September, you will come on and talk about your new stuff. And
I will. I will be
together.
more than glad to come on and talk about it. So we're just kind of preparing me for it, but you know, thank you again, Mary. We've waited a long time to do this one, and schedules have finally come together, and have a great show. And I will be talking to you later.
Okay, thanks, hon. I love everybody. Love everybody.
God's blessings, everyone. Have a great day.